It was gambling that brought the rising star of mobster Big Boy Caprice to zenith, and brought crime buster Dick Tracy onto his scent. Caprice had made his bones in the small-time extortion and protection rackets on the South Side, and had prosecuted his vendettas with a ruthless tenacity that earned him a reputation for cunning, murderous unpredictability, and an unwillingness to forgive that was remarkable even on that seamy side of town. Business owners who failed to cough up Big Boy's exorbitant demands for tribute were hastily extinguished, and many a small-time operator learned the hard way what the mob, not Webster, meant by territory, a school lesson that ended with a student dressed in a pair of cement overshoes.
Word.
Caprice would scratch, claw, double-cross, and slaughter his way to the top of an ugly heap. And by the time he was there, his greedy eye would wander to the spoils of national control of the racket. He was surrounded by a round-the-clock assortment of goons, pimps, shills, confident tricksters, flim-flam men, and later-jawed gunmen that responded to his every urge. By degrees, his empire grew, an empire that fashioned itself into an unseemly replica of a king's court, where a jester could be put to death with a sore wink of a Neapolitan eyelid. At a whim, he could bring a whole neighborhood to its knees, with a particularly unpleasant visit from one of his squads of amici di amici, or friends of friends. The territory he came to control with an iron hand was not called the Carnival of Death for nothing, and Big Boy Caprice had given his sobriquet a vicious ring many times over. It seemed that nothing would stop him. Not politicians, not union bosses, not racketeers, not the treachery of his fellow serpents, not the heady aroma of power lust would be enough to undo this monolith of evil. Nothing but Dick Tracy, whose name had come up in regard to the office of police chief on the South Side. Tracy had handled the likes of Caprice before, and seen the hideous rictus of other hoodlums end up behind bars. But here was a king whose calling card was widowhood and a brutal river of scarlet that drained itself in the city sewers.